Welcome back, folks, to the channel. Hope you are well and you are staying rubber side down. And here we are in the final race of the Sisu Pinkki Tour. And I will admit that I am a little bit glad that this is the final race. The legs are certainly feeling pretty sore and a bit tired by this point after 3 weeks and a bit of racing every Saturday and Tuesday. It has certainly taken its toll on my body, and it's not really something I'm used to. However, gonna give it my all and go hard. Currently sitting 31st in the GC in category A. So hoping that if I have a good race here, I can get into top 30. Alrighty, well, let's take a look at today's course. So today we are on Dust in the Wind. We start in the pens at the top of the map, where we hang a left and tackle Titan's Grove before taking a right back through the little islands, heading south up over the little climb and then down into Jungle Loop, around the Jungle Lake before making our way back north, again over that little climb. Heading back towards the north of the map before taking a right into Titan's Grove KOM, tackling the 900 meter and 6.6% KOM before heading south and then back along Fuego Flats through the desert for a sprint finish. So today's bike choice, I ended up going with the Canyon Aero 2024 with the Princeton Wake 6560s. Really liking these wheels at the moment. Although top choice on Zwifter bikes was in fact the Specialized S-Works Tarmac SL8 with the DT Swiss ARC 1100 die-cut discs. And the second choice was the Canyon Aeroed with the ARC 1100 die-cut discs. As I don't own the Specialized SL8, decided to go the Canyon and decided against the disc wheels, as this race is really going to be one on the climbs. So decided to go a much lighter wheel so that it gave me as much performance boost on the climbs. Zwifter bikes is great, but all of the calculations are based on the assumption of a consistent wattage output for the entire race and doesn't really take into account that you might be sat in a group with draft and attacking up climbs. So yeah, decided to go with the Princeton 6560s to give me that little edge on the climbs and try and stay with the pack. Just giving a little wave here to Wattadaddy, who's just behind me in the avocado jersey. Another content creator and who does some fabulous videos and also been recording his racing through Sisu Pinkki. I'll put a link in the description below. Just go check him out. His videos have been fantastic and it has been absolutely fabulous racing against him. Alrighty, so back to the race. We are 3 kilometers in. We're about halfway along Titan's Grove for the first time and about to come up to the first of 4 climbs in this race, the Titan's Grove KOM, the first time round. So coming into the race, I knew this would be where people attack and that to put in a decent time for the GC, I've really got to stay with that front pack with the other top performing Cat A's. So really keen here to just try and cling on. You can see the power up into the sort of 450 watts now. Already we've been pushing along at about 300. So legs are burning at this point. You can see on my face how much effort I'm putting in here. But realize I need to stay in the middle of this pack and not let the pack split up. Got to try and stay for as long as possible in that front pack. You can see it looks like it's just splitting up a little bit, so just try and put a bit more power on. I just want to make sure that you're in that front pack as you go over the crest of the hill and get into the draft of the fast riders coming down. About 50 meters now. In the draft, putting the power on. 500 watts. Come on. And over the top. There we go. No rest for the wicked. Keeping the power on the descent. Making sure to just stay with the group as we come down the rest of Titan's Grove. Probably a pack of 30-ish, 30, 40 maybe riders. Or a couple dropping off. You can just see on the map there. And yeah, this is just sort of now beginning to settle back a little bit here as we come round towards the bridge over to the little islands, where we hang a right, go into the water tunnel. Everyone just kind of jostling for position here as we go through the next water tunnel, where we'll pop out, cross the little islands again, a few more bridges, before hanging a left towards the climb up towards Epic KOM. So got myself into a good position here, not far off the front, but this is where the big boys and girls are going to be sorted out. Now, I think I mentioned I'm probably a little heavier than I would like to be, so this is where I'm going to struggle. Don't have any power-ups, could have really done with a feather, but pushing on regardless. You can see I'm doing 500 odd watts at this point, and people are going past me. So big efforts from other people, and this is where the additional weight is not helping me. And I can just see the front pack slowly disappear, and I am burning lots of matches at this point. I am big into the red. Hoping that maybe I can get a bit of respite just as I come onto this flatter section, but at this point I am cooked. So I am forced to settle back with a couple of riders who have dropped off the back, a couple of A's and B's. I can see a couple ahead of me, and I really wanted to try and catch them before the top of the hill so that I can just catch them on the downhill. And you can see on my face how much I am hurting at this point. But I am now in a little group with some category A's and some category B's. And my nemesis from a few races ago, Mikhailov. He's who we had a massive or epic race up Epic KOM. Is in the pack with us, so I'm expecting more attacks on the climbs as we descend down around the lake in jungle through the Mayan temples. We will then start climbing back up the way we just came out, which is by no means easy. It is a long and lumpy climb. Just trying to put a little bit of power on to just stay in the front pack there, just to kind of show some intent. And here we go. We can see Mikhailov is pushing out to the front here. He is an exceptional climber and really has the legs on climbs. He is, yeah. It has been a fantastic battle with him and great racing with him. So big shout out to you, Mikhailov. As you can see, we're about halfway up now. I am again hurting. Do have the aero power up, which I am going to save for the steep section as we get over the top of this climb. Really could have done with some feathers, I think. And I want to give out a big shout out at this point to Kay Arston from Team NL, who was about 10 seconds behind our little pack, but put in a huge effort early on in the jungle to catch up with us and get into our little group. It worked out pretty well for him in the end, as he actually went on to take GC in Cat B. So big shout out to you and congratulations on winning Cat B. Really, I think by about a minute. So I think really that big effort to catch on to our little group might have just won it for him. So yeah, big effort and another big congratulations to him. All right, so we've crested the top of this little climb and we're now back along the bridge and into the steep section. And I use my arrow here to see if I can build up a bit of a gap on the others to see if maybe I can kind of push on a little bit. If nothing else, I am trying to push the group on to try and set a good time and not let people sort of settle in and too much. Knowing that obviously we've just there's a group of 8 of us, and we are well beyond catching the group of A's in front of us. So yeah, just really wanted to keep the pressure on. All right, so we're back over the islands. We're coming up on Titan's Grove again for the second time. We've picked up a couple of stragglers from the first pack, and just trying to keep the power on. Around about 280 watts, just shy of FTP. Not as quick as I would have liked. I do try and keep on the front, trying to keep pushing it along. Obviously, like I said, I want that really good time for the GC. And here we come into the second time up the KOM. Now, at this point, I'd recovered a little bit, and I was thinking, ooh, let's try attacking here, see what I can do. It's downhill pretty much all the way after this. Can I get a little bit of a build up on the rest of these 8 riders? Feeling good at this point, and yeah, started pushing hard. Over 400 watts. Yeah, legs had recovered. I'd taken in a lot more carbohydrate by this point, and yeah, it was just beginning to show. So, feeling good. Really wish I'd started like this. I'd certainly be in a better position, but yeah, that wasn't to be. So, going hard on this little section, trying to see if I can build a gap. I can see on the map there's one rider who's maybe sort of just dropping off the back. Thinking if we can just keep this up, maybe we can lose one person. But it becomes obvious that no, I'm amongst some other strong riders here, and everyone else has managed to hold my wheel. About 100 meters to go, and yeah, everyone is still pretty much together, including that one person on the back. They managed to just hold on until the end. And yeah, here we go. Just everybody overtaking me now. So everyone else got a lovely little ride on my wheel up this hill. And now we're into the descent and then down to the desert to a Fuego Flats for a flat blast just along the desert until a sprint finish. So at this point, it feels like the rest of the pack has kind of taken their foot off the gas a little bit. I keep trying to sort of push them along a bit, knowing that realistically this is all down to overall time rather than just how we end in this particular race. So yeah, just I keep sort of pushing to the front, just trying to keep the pace up. At this point, I am wondering, can I do a TT style 7 odd kilometers breakaway and just try and push hard for the finish, or do I just stay with the pack? Decided to stay with the pack in the end, realizing that I don't have the power to really break away from them and then hold that power for the entire desert ride. So I resign myself to sprint finish, but made sure that trying keep near the front to just keep pushing the pace along and making sure people didn't take their foot off the gas too much. Getting pretty close now. Just coming up to the 1 kilometer mark, and you can just see the finish line arch in the distance. And now we're into the final sprint stage. This is all about position. This is trying to use all of my experience of sprinting to try and get a decent position here. Normally at this point, I'm always overly keen and always try and push to the front, and I end up just leading people out and not getting the position. So trying to hold back here and just pick someone's wheel, trying to work out who's going to be strong, who can I jump on. I've got about a 300-meter sprint, so just holding off, waiting, nearly. Oh, the people are beginning to ramp up now. And there's the 300 meters, and here we go. So I've lost the first two already. I probably, looking back, probably should have got out of the saddle a bit earlier. But I was more trying to sort of ramp up the power. Some people putting in big numbers here. And there's the confirmation 29th. Absolutely stoked with that result. Sure, it's not top 10, but I am in category A now, and I am playing in a whole different game. So, yeah, absolutely stoked to still be top 30. But the big question is, how did I end up in the GC? Did I make top 30 as I was hoping? Let's take a look. So looking at the Sisu page, we can say a big congratulations to Kerry Pritchard for winning category A. And Carsten News, who rode with us in our little group. And you can see if I just pop my name in here, there we go, 29th, final position, top 30. So stoked for that. And if I just close that and scroll down a little bit, we'll see that I actually stayed in category B, I would have actually won it. Little disappointing, but that's how the Zwift gods roll. Still absolutely stoked with top 30 for category A. So onwards and upwards. I'm in a fantastic position now for Amy's Grand Fondo, which is in 15 weeks. I'm definitely ahead of where I thought I would be. Just power wise, I've an FTP of 318 is well above what my target was going to be, and I reckon I've still got more performance in me to get out. I think if I could get 350, big target, but doable. I think with some training, that would be huge. And as well, if I can get my weight down, currently sitting around about 73, if I can get that down to about 87, then I am going to be in a really good position. So thank you all. Big thank you to Sisu for running this. It's been fantastic. And thank you all for following me along. Please like and subscribe for more content. I'm going to be out on the road, hopefully, whenever the sun comes out. Until then, stay rubber side down and ride well. See ya.